pictures. It's insane how busy it is, and I just can't get over how packed it's not even the busy season anymore.
That was us in Rome, just a little while back. In fact, if you went to Rome today, you'd find that things have changed. We're here for 3 days, just before a cruise, and we want to share some of our experience that might help you decide where to focus your time.
That was the Trevi Fountain, and insane how many people are here. We may come back. I don't think so. I think we're gonna hit all of the big touristy stuff and then just wander the streets and actually try and experience Rome, as opposed to just hanging out at these spots. So we'll try and give them no more than a half hour at each spot. Tomorrow we've got a big tour. It's very exciting looking.
We arrived on a Sunday during shoulder season, which means a lot of the businesses were closed. So in theory, less crowded.
So yeah, we're gonna head to the Pantheon next and just take a look inside.
So stick around and let us show you that traveling to Rome means plan ahead as much as you can.
So it's been a whirlwind walk around on our first day. We're just taking a walk now towards the Colosseum because we have a tour there tomorrow morning, and we're just going to see if we can locate where we're going to be. But it's just craziness everywhere. And so I guess we're walking through the Forum area. We didn't walk through the Forum itself, but that's where we are. So here we are. We're coming up to the Colosseum. So let's go check this out, and I'll probably do more filming tomorrow because that's where we're going to be. So here's our lovely Airbnb that we've rented here in Rome. We are apparently about 500 meters from a lot of really cool stuff, so we're excited. That's a tiny little space, gives you a little kitchenette in the corner. And we got a little TV. And that's our window that's super amazing. And look inside, there's the metro station right there. And we're in the area, the neighborhood is called Monte. Commode. The shower. Anyways, yeah, we got this on Airbnb. It looks great.
Now, if there's one suggestion that I could make, it's when it comes to dining. Don't wing it.
Sitting down, having a nice meal.
If you spot a place while you're wandering the city, stop right there and then. Get in there and make a reservation. Or even better, if you know of a place that you'd like to try, book it before even arriving in Rome. I guess what I'm saying is just don't assume there will be seating later.
So we just had a lovely dinner. It was delicious. I had tuna, and Natalie had the carbonara pasta. Both were delicious and not terribly expensive. And we're now just walking back to our apartment, and we're gonna get a good sleep because tomorrow we got a nice tour, so. Good night. Well, we're here at the Colosseum. We're about to start our tour, and we're just waiting for our tour guide. But it's a madhouse here, and instructions are never exactly perfect, it seems. But it's exciting, it's a lovely day. So we're starting our tour now. Of course, I was the one guy who forgot his ID. And you need ID to get inside. All the guards check, apparently, and you have to register when you come here. So, yeah, I was the guy that was without his ID, so I had to run back to our apartment, which is a good half kilometer away. So it's been interesting. So there's only 5 people in this tour, which is kind of cool. But we're just making our way through the masses that are doing the regular day tours. So apparently we go in from a different spot where we just cut right through the lines, which is kind of fun. So we booked a good long time ago, and it's a group of 5 for the underground tour of the Colosseum. Apparently we'll have to show our ID like 5 times to get down to the underground.
As you can see, the Colosseum can be a madhouse. So pre-booking a tour well in advance of your visit is important.
Very excited. And now that I've had a chance to rest after running way back to our apartment to get my ID, I'm calming down.
I always approach my plans like I'm never coming back. And since we're only visiting for a few days, time is valuable. As a result, I usually try and book a smaller group tour, or something with exclusive access. This, of course, often comes with a higher cost, but the benefit of not visiting with the masses can make for a much more relaxed experience.
In Italian, guides have a nickname. They call this Cicerone. Cicerone is, in fact, on one side, the prisoners of war.
Our English-speaking guide took his time to demonstrate and explain everything we were seeing in great detail.
Because if gladiators were given real weapons in the training camp, they would have killed themselves.
He would point out many of the features as we wandered around the labyrinth below. With this small group, we moved smoothly through the underground, and once all of the questions were answered, we moved up through the levels to experience the rest of the Colosseum.
Look at that.
There were lions, but we also had other strange animals like ostriches, we had rhinoceroses, we had midget elephants, and sometimes even just bulls, cows, sheep, dogs, wolves, foxes, and other similar animals.
As we head out towards the forum part of our tour, I thought I'd fill you in on why Nathalie has been looking a little uncomfortable once in a while. Days before we left on our trip, our dog decided to take a stroll through poison ivy, then proceeded to rub up against Nathalie, which of course erupted into painful oozing blisters all down the inside of her legs. Not fun. After exiting the Colosseum, our tour continued by foot to Palatine Hill, and then we finished the day exploring the Roman Forum.
All right, so I think Nathalie and I are done here at our Colosseum tour and our tour of the Forum. It's been a fabulous little private tour.
Thank you, Patrick.
Keep an eye on the city while
He was working for What a Life Tours, and he was great, very knowledgeable, very helpful, and let me tell you, with the group of just 5 people, really made it a nice, intimate situation where we could actually ask questions and felt like we were a part of the tour. It was amazing. And that's the cool thing about Rome is there's water flowing everywhere and you can just fill up your bottles so you don't have to buy water everywhere you go. Fantastic. And it's delicious and fresh. It is downright treacherous walking around. Like, good God.
We were visiting the last week of September, and I think it's safe to say that busy season now extends well into October.
I was just saying to Nat, you know, again, these are things that, like when we were in Paris, it struck me then when I first started traveling with Nathalie, that I was standing in front of the Venus de Milo, and it's like, I never thought I'd get to see these things. And, you know, I learned about them in Sesame Street. So I just got to go see the Colosseum. So this is the corner where we're staying, right across from the metro, which we have not used as of yet. And we use this fancy keypad right here, which I'm not going to show you. But I'll push the buttony pushers. There's a lot of buttons to push. There you go. And you big click. And then now we got that open, we have to get to the key box and open that. These are the stairs we have to go up.
When it comes to accommodations, you can expect things to be different from what you are used to.
Let's go wide. There's a few flights. And it's quite dark, so that's why I'm wearing my reading glasses, so you can see what's going on. And this guy has a sign up saying, no, this is not the Airbnb, because like us and everybody that comes from North America probably think the first floor is the ground floor, but in Italy, the ground floor is ground zero. So first floor is one up and second floor is the third floor to us, or second up. So now we need to open the door this way. Oh, here we go. Let's turn that one. And then I gotta undo that. And then I gotta squeeze through because the door is really small. Let's go. And then we get it. Whoo! And this is like the little space that is between the two doors. And that's how thin the door is to get into the door. And then we gotta unlock our door with 20 turns, and then it works. And now we're home. So welcome home. So tomorrow morning we have a tour of the Vatican, which we're both very excited about, but it's 8 o'clock in the morning and our meeting time is 7:25. Yeah, there's all kinds of restaurants and stuff as you go down the streets, and we just kind of keep our eyes open and see if we can find one that seems interesting to us, and we'll see if we have something we can have tonight. So we just had a lovely meal, winding down the night. We're now walking through the area with the fountain of the Four Rivers. It's a beautiful little piazza. And we're enjoying some nice gelato.
Now, I know I've been talking a lot about planning things, but don't go crazy and schedule every minute of every day. Make sure you leave time to simply enjoy.
But like I was saying, the Trevi Fountain is insanely busy all the time. This is actually the least busy I've seen it while we've been here.
Rome has made changes to some of their attractions. For instance, daytime visits at Trevi Fountain from 9 a.m. till 9 p.m. are still free, but if you wish to get right up close to the water's edge, there's a €2 fee. The proceeds of this fee then go towards the fountain's maintenance, cleaning, and security.
Good morning. It is about 6:15 in the morning, and we are doing our Vatican City tour this morning. So it's pretty early, and we're tired because we're still adjusting to the time zone. But we're actually made it here already, and there is already a lineup going down the street for people that are doing the tour on their own, I guess. I've got my lovely morning coffee, and they have these wonderful paper tops as opposed to a plasticky one that we get at home. So that's really nice. So it's now 6:45, and that lineup's right to the end of the corner. So it's going to be a busy day at the Vatican.
Coffee in hand, it was time for us to check in for our tour.
Alright, so we're at our tour company, Little Life Tours. They are the ones that did our Colosseum tour yesterday. This is the entrance, and because it's an early morning thing, you get a little breakfast, so you get a coffee and a croissant, and a cornetto. It's delicious. And as Natalie likes it, it'd be a cafe con latte. Very stylish earplugs, very stylish. There's the lineup. Our tour guide's name is Silvio.
As we made our way past the lineup, we were thankful that we had booked well in advance.
So we're entering another country now. It's very cool. It's crazy busy inside here. This is the entranceway. He's just gone to check us in. But yes, there are washrooms right inside the door if you're getting here. Very warm in here, so I'm just taking my sweater off. I think we're slowly working our way towards the Sistine Chapel, which we cannot photograph inside. We're about to go into the third gallery, and the third gallery is the collection of maps. So this is the candelabra, tapestries, and now maps. There is so much to see here. You couldn't do it in a week. Constantine's room and his balls held here.
Well, as you can see, there are crowds and there are lines. It's congested and it's hot. And in most cases, you are part of a living, moving flow of people. But don't despair. it gets worse.
I'm going to be shutting off because we can't film anymore after this point. So the Sistine Chapel is beautiful on the ceiling. The madness inside of people just crowded in, and then the getting them out this tiny door in one corner is insane. I think the people here at the Vatican could take a few lessons from good old Walter Disney and learn about crowd management and how to line people a little bit better, because they got it figured out. We're just stopping for a little snack of some chocolate. Natalie's gonna take a break because her legs are pretty raw. So it's so sad that she has that poison ivy. I'll see you in a few minutes. We're gonna go take some pictures. See if I can get this fountain, do a little slow exposure thing. But it's incredibly impressive and so incredibly big. And I keep using that word, but it's just, it does exactly what it's meant to do. It's just to be awe-inspiring. It's so breathtaking.
Fingers crossed that the changes have made a difference. I sure hope so, because I'll remind you that we were among the first groups of the day for this tour. I can't imagine what summer crowds are like, but at least it helps us understand why many tourist destinations are making changes in an effort to help you have a more enjoyable visit, and to make it more manageable for the locals to accommodate, service, and tolerate all of us visitors. So here's my advice for the Vatican, or most attractions. If you're the type of person that is interested in the details, educate yourself, do some research, or watch a documentary before you travel. Then while visiting, you can relax and have some understanding about what you are seeing. Even when things go smoothly, travel can have its challenges. So planning ahead and pre-booking can help you have more relaxed and enjoyable travels.
About to walk out of the walled part of the city. Ahead here. These old streets are just so lovely. Go around a corner and get a tiny alley, and it's just beautiful. So we're done all of our tours for Rome. And tonight is our last evening before we head off to our boat. So we're just going to take a little walk in the Monte area, which is our neighborhood. And we'll stop for some food at some point. Having a beer. A lot of beamers. Well, that's been a lovely day. Wonderful night. Had a great dinner with Natalie. She's just done for the day. We've done so much walking over the past few days. Rome has been basically 2 full days, plus our flight in. Tomorrow morning we get up, we leave, and we're heading down to the Civitavecchia. I think I said that right. Civitavecchia is the port, and we're gonna get on ourselves a little cruise ship. And it's not a big cruise ship, so we'll have another whole video of that, I hope, to show you this cruise line that we've just decided to take. It sounds very exciting, and we'd love to look forward and share it with you. It's awfully dark around here. Anyways, I hope you've enjoyed this. I'm going to go out now and see if I can do some nighttime photos. I may touch base again, but if I don't, thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you did enjoy this, please do give me a thumbs up, and please do subscribe. It really means a lot. It helps with the algorithm, as they say. You know, I just enjoy doing this for my family and for friends, and if others get to enjoy it, that's awesome. So thanks so much for watching again, and hope to see you in the next video.